Hi, it's Mark from gak.co.uk and we're here in Birmingham today at the NEC for the BPM DJ conference. Let's head inside and see what we can find. Okay, so we're now inside BPM and I'm here with Chris from Novation. How you doing, Chris?
Hello, yeah, I'm very well, thanks.
Excellent, and how's today been for you?
Yeah, pretty good. The whole show's been great, actually. It's been really busy. You know, we've got a load of new products to show people. They've all been well received, so it's great.
And what are the new products that you're showing off today?
Okay, well, just to give you a bit of background, I guess, I work for Focusrite Novation, so obviously we make our own products, and we also distribute KRK monitors in this country. We've got our standard range of audio interfaces, these monitors. This is a new range of KRK rockets. I know you guys have been sort of advertising them and chatting about them. So we've got these here. I guess the most exciting thing for the show for us are these products over here, the mini launch series. So we've had launch key keyboards out for a little while, and now we've brought little mini sort of laptop versions, little tiny launch pad. Just more affordable, more simple things to use. They've gone down really well with the DJs here that are sort of looking to get into a bit of production. It's a very easy step forward.
So the response has been pretty good. Has the stand been busy all weekend?
It's been rammed, to be honest with you. Actually, a little bit of a lull now. Quite welcome, to be honest with you, after 3 days. But no, generally speaking, it's been great because whereas before, I think at a DJ convention, some of our products might have been a little bit more complex for guys that don't really know much about production, and they sort of had to press a few buttons and walked on. This year, they've been getting hands-on and sticking around for sort of 20 minutes, half an hour, and coming back to play with them, which is great for us.
Sure, so perfect little products to cross over from the DJ market.
Yeah, we don't know, I mean, these products aren't quite here yet, so you never really know how they're going to be received, but on the strength of this weekend, I think it's really exciting because everybody's loving it, really.
Excellent. All right, well, thanks very much. Thanks for talking to us today. Thank you.
So on the Pioneer stand, we've been launching quite a few new products this year, one of which was the new addition to our MIDI controller range. It's the DDJ SR. So anyone that's seen our previous unit, the DDJ SX, which we launched at BPM 2012, will recognise this straight away. It's a streamlined version of that product. So the SX was launched last year, and since then it's been the most popular MIDI controller on the market. It's been massively successful and been so popular for a number of reasons. And we've kind of taken all of the reasons why it became so popular and put them directly onto this unit. So this has been designed to be a more portable version, easier to get into your hand luggage when you're taking, so you can check it in on a flight, easier to get around from venue to venue, and just more lightweight solution. So let me take you through it. You can see straight away that this is a 2-channel version. So the DDJ SX, the slightly larger unit, is a 4-channel system with a standalone mixer. This is pure MIDI control, so 2-channel, but with no standalone mixer on this, so no audio paths running in. Although on the back of the unit, we'll flip the camera around in a minute and show you, but we do have an auxiliary input as well as your mic input, so you can incorporate additional sounds via another CDJ or via an external audio source. We also have balance jack outputs on the back, so high quality balanced sound, as well as booth output as well, so separate RCA booth output, meaning you can still use the SR in larger spaces, larger venues where you might need to monitor your booth output separately to what's going on to the main crowd. We've also taken everything that made it so exciting as well on the SX, so 16 performance pads on the front of the unit. So on the twin CDJ section, we've got these illuminated pads at the front of the platters on both sides. These can be used in a number of different ways, so you can use them as hot cues, so 8 hot cues on every track, allowing you to jump to specific parts of the tune, a roll effect, slicer effect, and the sample triggers as well. Now, one thing on the SR that's completely exclusive to this unit, is doesn't feature on the SX, is the Pad Plus mode. So these, the 4 methods of using these can be turned into Pad Plus, so we get an additional 4. So 8 methods of using these performance pads. we can use them, this white text above the illuminated button down up here. We got hot cue roll, transform, combo effects, and sampler roll as well. So all of these can be activated by hitting pad plus. And these act as a macro for controlling the effects bank 1 and effects bank 2 up here. So let me explain these quickly. Basically, Serato have always been renowned for having a kind of streamlined piece of software that's reliable and sturdy and, you know, will work well in the booth, but not so renowned for having high quality effects engines built in. On the new Serato DJ software, iZotope have built the effects engine. So iZotope, anyone who's into production or knows about production plugins, iZotope make a very high level quality audio plugins, you know, for mastering your music. They've developed Serato's internal effects engine on here, Effects Bank 1 and Effects Bank 2, which are traditionally controlled up here, Effects Bank 1 and Effects Bank 2. So instant control over them effects, but with the Pad Plus mode, all of these buttons, they kind of become a macro. So the different methods of using these, the hotkey roll, trans, combo effects and sampler roll, are basically allowing you to do multiple controls up here. So one button may control 4 or 5 different controls on the iZotope effects engine. So this just allows any DJ that's using this to get extremely creative. And one thing I've noticed on this is you can they're almost instant gratification as well. Without, you know, with very little mastering time, very little practice, you can be coming up with some extremely creative sounds and getting some really good use of these effects. What else have we got? We've got the standard effects assign up at the top here, as well as on each platter, as well as our tempo control. We've got our auto sync mode, looping technology on here. It's nice to have a little visual display when we're using our loop and when we're using our effects. The parameter will be displayed on here, making things a bit more obvious. More time to look at the hardware instead of looking up at the software. And of course, the obligatory sync control, which every MIDI controller on the market features these days, and our sync control up on the slip mode control up here. A feature that was inspired from CDJ 900. We first incorporated it on that, but with slip mode on, this enables the track to be stopped or any of the performance controls to be operated, the scratch control. But while you're operating that, if I stop the track by touching the platter, the track will still continue to play underneath what I'm doing here. So when I let go, it will return back to where it would have been had I not touched it. That is the DDJ SR. Keep posted to the GAC YouTube channel, and you'll see probably a more in-depth video on this in the next coming months, with some audio as well. So instead of this horrible trade show sound, you'll be getting audio from the unit and seeing exactly what the effects can do. DDJ SR going to be retailing at launch at $499 in the GAC showrooms. Get yourself down and have a play.
Okay, so we're now here at the Korg booth, and I'm joined by Ian, who's going to talk us through some of the Volca range. These have been incredibly popular, haven't they?
They have been absolutely crazy. People have been so interested, doing non-stop demos, people trying them out. It's been really good, really successful for us.
And for people who don't know, what is a Korg Volca? If you want to talk us through it.
Yeah, sure. Korg Volcas, there's 3 in the family. Volca Beats, which is an analog drum machine which has 6 analog parts and 4 lo-fi PCM parts. We've got kick drum, snare, 2 toms, hi-hats, claps, claves, a go-go and crash. Very easy to use, very intuitive. I'll just quickly show you what we can do. You've got things like muting, so you can build up, you can change the pitch of the kick, loss of decay, so you can really feel it in your chest. Bring in the snare, bring in the hi-hats. The hi-hats have a decay, so you can make it nice and snappy or a little bit more drawn out. On the PCM section, you've got a pitch control, so you can make it lots of variation there in the sound. There's also a stutter control which re-triggers the sound. You can set that so that it works globally, or you can set it to be assigned to one specific drum part. There's also 8 memories which you can instantly call up. Fully programmable. There's also motion record, which you can assign to the PCM speed and also the stutter, so you can get the sound traveling and doing some interesting things as you're playing back your patterns. There's also active step, which is also found on Monotribe, so you can drop things in and out, create your own time signatures, etc. Next, I'm going to move along to Volca Keys. Volca Keys is an analog synthesizer. It's 3 notes polyphonic. There is a control which allows you to set up how the VCO behaves. It can be polyphonic, unison, octaves, fifths, and there's 2 ring modulation types. There's a footage control so that you have a broader range of pitch other than just a single octave that you can see on the keyboard. The filter is derived from the Korg, MIDI Korg 700S, which was first introduced in the early 70s. There's an LFO that can be used to modulate the VCO or the filter. Envelope generator as well, so you can shape the sound. Similarly to Volca Beats, you've got 8 memories, and you also have motion sequencing, which has come from the Electribe series. This allows you to record movements of the controls, again making it sound more lively. There's a couple of other cool things. You've got Flux on here, which basically completely unquantizes the sequence, so we quickly just do that 1 second so you can hear it. There's also a delay, which is voice to sound analog, and that's basically Volca Keys. Next is Volca Bass. Bass synthesizer, a 3 oscillator structure. The oscillators can be grouped in 3 different ways. They can be grouped all as one. In that mode, they have 1 sequencer driving. In another mode, you've got they're individually and they have their own sequence running. And then there's an in-between mode where you've got 2 paired and 1 single. You can mute the oscillators. You can set the pitch of them independently, so you can get some fat sounds or you can create chords, etc. The filter on that is the same as the Volca Beats, which is derived from the Mini Korg 700S. LFO, again, same thing. You can route it to the amp, the pitch, or the filter. 8 memories. Now, the other thing that's common amongst all 3 of them is that you've got a MIDI in control, which can be used to trigger the sounds from a MIDI keyboard or a DAW system. They also respond to MIDI clock, and on some of them you can access some of the functions from MIDI controllers. There's also a sync control, which is our own thing, which is a very simple analog pulse which sends out every time a step advances. So with that you can connect all the Volcas and also the Monotribe, so they all work as a group.
Lovely, thanks very much, and hope the rest of the day goes well for you.
Thank you very much.
Hi, this is Dean standing with Rane for GAK, and I'm showing off our new 64 mixer that we're premiering here at the BPM show. The 64 is a 4-channel mixer. It has 2 USB sound cards. Each of the sound cards is 22 channels. You can connect 2 laptops, run 2 separate programs, uses ASIO and Core Audio drivers, so any software that uses those drivers can be used with the mixer. It also includes Serato DJ software, and Serato DJ software has an effects suite in it, and also has sync, which becomes important when you have a 4-channel mixer, being able to sync up all 4 tracks. There's also built-in effects in the mixer. All the controls on the mixer are MIDI mappable. So you can take an unused audio control and map it to a MIDI feature in software, as well as having dedicated controls for things like looping, cue points, and you can remap those as well. So really versatile mixer, very powerful, the only mixer on the market with dual sound cards. Gives you the ability to be running 2 computers at once, transition from one DJ to another, run maybe Ableton Live for recording, and Serato DJ for performance simultaneously. That's the Rane 64 mixer.
Okay, so we're still here at BPM talking to the guys from Native Instruments about the new Tractor S2 and S4 Mark IIs. How are we doing?
Good, thank you. Apart from being very noisy. So what I'll do, I'll quickly show you the new S4 and the S2. You've got the S4 over here, the new S2 over here. The S2 we're showing at the show with Tractor DJ, which has been out for a few months. And what we've added with the new S4 and the S2 is direct integration with Tractor DJ. So you can still use them with Tractor Pro, but on this version we're showing you here with Tractor DJ. So we'll give you a quick run through. What we tried to do with the new versions is replicate the control you get on the Tractor DJ app directly on the S2. So you've got control with the effects up here, the transport, so you can see the wheel works directly, the crossfaders here, and the transport controls. So while you can still use the Tractor DJ app to control, and you can access the effects and use the axis controls for the effects here, you can control everything directly from the S2. And again, as we said with the S4, all of these controls are replicated the same way.
And these are new features on the Mark II models?
One of the main new features, yeah. We've also got improved resolution on the wheels. The wheels have got new damping, so they've got silicon damping under the wheels, so you'll notice a different feel when you run the wheel. You've got RGB feedback on the transport controls and cue points, so when you're using this with remix decks on Tractor Pro, you get feedback on what the remix decks are doing basically directly on the controller.
And when are we going to be seeing these in stores?
Both of these shipping end of September, so you'll see them in the store September 30th. S2 is going to be $429 in the shop, S4 is going to be $679 in the shop.
Lovely, thanks very much. Hi, it's Mark from GAK and I'm here with Yuru from Stagg at BPM talking about their stand. So Yuru, what are you displaying today? What are the new bits you're showing at the show?
Alright, following up on the success we've had with the Headbanger 10, we have come out with two new moving heads, which are the Headhunter series. The Headhunters are equipped with 3-phase motors for extra smooth, extra fast movement. They have American-made Cree LEDs. They have an 8-degree beam angle, so it gives a razor-sharp beam, and they come in two varieties. One which has individual LEDs and is a high-power fixture, and one with 4-in-1 10-watt LEDs, which is a little bit lower in power, but produces a nice color mixing. Very new is our first chip-on-board product. Chip-on-board is the new LED type, which has, instead of the separate ones, all the power fitted into one chip. It's a 38-degree wash light, and it gives a very smooth, very nice color mixing, great for washing up things and combining with moving heads. On the audio gear, we have the new headphones, which are the i500 series. The i500 series. Comes in a black and white version. They're completely foldable. They have a gold-plated removable cable. They are impedance balanced for mobile usage such as iPhones, Samsung Galaxy, Motorola Razr, laptops, all that stuff. Comes with a deluxe velvet carrying bag. Great product, great sound, almost as good, almost as bassy as our 5000 series, but in a lot smaller package.
What sort of price are they coming out at?
Retail for these would be around £40.
Lovely. All right, thanks very much. Thank you.